What if Yuji? Okay, wait, no. Here, this is Lord Potato, and this is what if Yuji, Itadori, and Junpei you wanna fuck it? I'm not gonna try to say his last name. Was the reincarnation of Mujin Park as well, Yuji as Mujin Park, and Junpei as Duck or Deck. Yeah. So of course they're going to be the reincarnation of those two, or mostly Junpei as was called Mandeok and all that. While Yuji as Majin. But yeah, no recaps, no nothing. I'm not gonna do any of that because it hasn't been 1 month. It's only been 7 days, and yeah, I know I haven't posted that much, and I know I didn't post. Was it Monday? I didn't post anything. Yeah, I think it was Monday that I didn't really post anything. Well, I can't remember if that was Monday or Tuesday, but yeah, I know I didn't do a Halloween special or anything. I was thinking of doing it, but then again, I was too lazy, and I was too tired. Yeah, Monday I was too damn tired. Tuesday I was also too damn tired, so I just decided to go to sleep early on. But yeah, but other than that, let me just go into this what if, and let me shut the fuck up. But yeah. So we begin into Yuji Itadori. Well, waking up. I'm just gonna call Yuji Majin, but yeah. So just if you're gonna get mixed up, is Yuji is Majin, Majin is Yuji. So yeah, they're just going to be the same person because Yuji is the reincarnation of Majin. But yeah. So of course this is where Majin opened his eyes and then realized that he's in a warehouse. This is where guards are right now over him. Well, mostly these like doctors and scientists kind of over him, kind of seeing in what kind of damage he has. And of course, he kind of wakes up and says, medics, how's my damage? This is where the medics kind of says, what's it called? They call Majin, Sir Park. They just call him Sir Park. Sir Park, your damage pretty still bad, but you can move and walk fine. You just can't use your power to overwork it or anything. Don't overwork your body or you will be bleeding again. Majin understands, and of course he then tells the medics to leave. Of course, mostly 3 people walk through a door that like opens and shuts behind them. Of course, the medics leave through that door, same door. But yeah, of course, these 3 people is one with black hair and of course having a black outfit, and it's right now just looking at not black outfit, mostly like this greenish, bluish kind of outfit with the omega symbols. This is where he also has this like white kind of like scarf thing or whatever that goes down. But yeah, this is where the 2 other people were just soldiers with like this helmets that are pretty tough and all that. This is where they have guns and all that, and this is where Mandeok says, also known as Junpei says, you 2 can go back to the door. Just guard it for now. I'll talk to the others. This is where they nod, and this is where Junpei says, so Park, also known as Majin, how's your wounds? This is where Yuji says, my wounds, pretty damn good. Why? Are you saying that as a as a sarcastic thing or what? That's where, Majin says, of course you idiot, I'm still hurt. Well, you should really not fought that thing, you know? You know the government is right now questioning what the fuck you fought, right? Damn. What do you want to tell him? Mandeok says, I already told him that it was something called cursed spirit. Not many people can see it, but luckily I managed to make, what's it called, these glasses that will allow him to see it. Is there no word cursed energy? Of course, I had to make it out of that. So of course, he's right now interested in the Jujutsu sorcerers. Of course, interested in somewhat and not interested at the same time. He sees that these cursed spirits and cursed energies and all that is kind of useful information, but really he doesn't care much. What he really cares is about the nanomachines. You know, the thing we're still creating. Mujin says, of course. And besides, you do know what after we create the nanomachines and other things, well, nanomites or whatever, you know what comes after, right? Of course. You did this before, Mujin. I already know your plan and everything. You want to, well, bring nanomites and other things, nanomachines, into this world, of course, just like in our original world. You also want to make Generation X kids, aren't you? Of course. That's one thing I always wanted to do. You want to also do the Wi-Fi kind of Wi-Fi power. Yeah, that's actually another thing. But you don't want to destroy humanity exactly. You don't want to become a god, certainly. Well, yeah. Maybe I will become a god and then beat the shit out of that one white-haired dude. You remember? This is where Mandeok says, yeah, that guy was actually pretty damn tough. What the fuck was he even using that would evil allow to, well, not get shot too easily? It was called Limitless, and that's the most broken and annoying ability. How the hell did he even take it? This is where, well, Mujin explains that, well, he already knows that Junpei already knows this, but he actually managed to take what's called Limitless by actually touching Limitless and taking it, and then taking the sixth eye by touching Gojo again with his right hand, but yeah. That's where Junpei says, still, so annoying. Why shouldn't you just keep it? You should have not given back his powers. That's where Yuji says, you see here, I can only keep a couple abilities and my head was already hurting and thriving from the fact I was using his fucking six eyes. This is what, well, or whatever the hell was called. Yeah, six eyes, if I can remember right. That's what it gave me, the information of the eyes when I was using it. Okay, so what information did it get? I got a lot of information from, well, Jujutsu High. I definitely looked to that direction to see if there's any secrets that I must know. It looks like the six eyes, I couldn't use it fully capable of it, but I did manage to get enough information. Oh, then let's go, partner. This is where Mandeok kind of like, or Mandeok, yeah. Mandeok pulls out his hand, and of course it worked. Well, Mujin grabs and gets up and just like get pulled forward, gets up. And this is where, well, Yuji does, well, before Mujin goes outside, he does go to a room, because there is rooms and all that. He goes into a room that was in this like place and all that. Of course, well, he goes and changes. He gets out of his kind of black ripped torn clothes. And of course, it looks straight up like, well, having the orange and kind of flower button up shirt. But yeah, of course, well, or not, is it button up? I don't remember if it's, no, it's not button up, it's just a shirt and all that with a collar. Of course, oh, wait. So it's just a shirt with a collar and all that. Of course, this is where he's wearing a black coat now next to him. Well, on top of his like orange kind of flowers suit and all that. Also his shirt and all that. Of course, this is where he's wearing black pants and black shoes. And of course, he's walking out. Of course, he makes up his hair and all that to not be too ragged up and all that. To look just similar to Mujin and all that. When he's like 39 and all that. Of course, having his X right now showing and all that. Because even if he was reincarnated, well, Mujin, he still has the X, a symbol that he was in his past life. It's not really there too invisible, but yeah. But of course, oh, he gets out of his room, and of course, Mandeok is right now just sitting there with his guards. And of course, he then gets off the wall, and this is where, well, they start both walking to a room and all that. This is where, well, these kind of like scientists meet up with Mandeok and even, well, Mujin and says, hello there, what's it called, Mandeok-sama and also Mujin-sama. This is where, well, they kind of start talking about how the nanomachines are working and how they actually be working and all that. Of course, it worked well. The first prototypes of nanomachines that, well, both Yuji and, well, Mandeok kind of used seems to be reacting to their body in a pretty decent way. Of course, right now, the arm that, well, Mujin uses is still on a prototype working, and they're thinking to just do another prototype of it, like a prototype 2.0. because the first one did kind of overheat from the first blast that Mujin sent. Of course, they kind of talk about how it was working really good and how the fact that it actually connected with Mujin to be able to activate a blaster. They were scared that it was going to fail, but seeing that progress and information from the arm is still intact and other things like that, they can actually make a prototype too. They want to make it as perfect enough to actually make weapons out of it, but yeah. So no other country would try to invade them. Of course, where Mujin and Mandeok are actually understanding this, and this is where Mandeok says, "So, what's it called? So, is this all the information you managed to get from the kind of machine, the robotic arm?" This is where the scientists nodded. Well, one of them was mostly talking. It was the leader of the scientists and all that. Of course, Mandeok says, "I see. Then I want you to also make 2 of these prototypes. If you can't, then just make 1. I'm only going to be using him as a dummy." This is where, Mujin says, "I'll kick your ass right now. I'll make you do it." Of course, this is where they start kind of bickering, and of course the scientist says, "Yes, sir. Sir, yes, I will try to do that." This is where, Mandeok and even Mujin understand. This is where, they walk out. Of course, where, Mandeok says, "So, about your god powers, the god powers that you have, the one that you were called the false god or something." This is where, Mujin says, "Yeah, and what the hell do you want? Do you think you'll be able to fully use them? I know when you were fighting against that being called Sukin or whatever, cursed being, you managed to use it, but at the same time it was a broken kind of version. It wasn't my full strength," Mujin said. Mandeok says, "I know that. If it was your full strength, you would have obliterated that thing over 3 million times." "Yeah, I know that. But it seems that you can't use your second cross ability from your other hand, can you?" "Nope." "Damn. Can you use any of your other abilities, even your borrow power?" That's where, Mujin says, "The spear one? I don't actually know. I can try to, but I don't think so." This is where, what's it called? Mandeok says, "Oh, whatever." This is where, they kind of hear this like red alert, and this is where, a red gleaming flash of light hits him, and this is where, they're confused until guards kind of run past him, and this is where, Mandeok kind of grabs one of the guards and says, "What is happening?" This is where, one of the guards says, "Sir, there's just an alert outside on top of the base, on top of the, warehouse where it be at." This is where, Mandeok and Mujin kind of narrow their eyes and says, "What is happening exactly?" This is where the guard starts kind of reporting fast enough while trying to talk as good and fast enough for both of them to understand. And of course, what is happening is that some people manage to find this place on accident, but also are being attacked by some people with black kind of cloaks and kind of black suits. Both Mujin and Mandeok thinks about it, and the only people that kind of wear kind of fully black of those are the Jujutsu sorcerers. This is where, Mandeok says, "Okay, go to your station now." This is where the guard says, "Yes, sir." Now, of course, they're running, and of course, where, Mujin and Mandeok says, "It seems that we got some intruders on us, don't you think?" Of course, Mujin kind of cracked his neck. "I can't wait for a battle. Maybe I could stretch out my bones. I've been in that bed for about a week." Of course. Let's go. This is where, Junpei cracks his like fist. Well, mostly his like what's it called? Yeah, fist and all that. He like cracks his bones and his fist and all that, mostly fingers. And this is where Mujin does the same. And of course, where they go towards the exit. Of course, this is where they get out of a room and all that. And of course, they're right now in the warehouse. Now the warehouse on top, because this is kind of like a top version and all that. Of course, the warehouse has these type of rooms in the back, and of course, Mujin kind of and Mandeok actually get out of it. But of course, when they go to the front, where there's a big door and all that, they see that it's blasted off, And of course, this is where there's like a couple of people there that are right now in the room that's kind of like, what's it called? Inside the warehouse and all that. And outside the warehouse are Jujutsu sorcerers. Of course, where Mujin says, aren't they those people that were with us? Mandeok says, I guess so. It seems they're being attacked. I thought I told them to go off the face of the planet. Where the fuck is this here? Don't know, but we should get rid of the Jujutsu sorcerers before they discover us. Of course. This is where, someone, what's it called? Someone with black hair and purplish eyes and freckles starts shooting at the Jujutsu sorcerers. And they dodge, and of course, they were, the Jujutsu sorcerer says, you know, you shouldn't be getting away from us. You girls are kind of special. Even though we can't find the other two boys, you two are special, you know that? Or not two, mostly you girls. It's true, other girls are kind of scared, or mostly kind of younger, and some of them who don't actually have weapons are kind of scared, but yeah, and some that do are right now just kind of nervous. This is where, they're trying to actually get out of the face of the planet by trying to leave countries, but they couldn't, so of course they were mostly on the run, and the Jujutsu sorcerers kind of cornered them into this warehouse. This is where, they're right now shocked and terrified. Some of them are really tired, but yeah. This is where, the Jujutsu sorcerer says, well, you girls are gonna have to come with us, and you can't fight back because you girls are tired. This is where, the person says, well, gotta go forward. This is where he dodges a bullet from the girl and says, "Kh." He does get his like little wound on his cheek saying, "Kh, you're annoying. Well, I'll take you out first." This is where his hands started glowing with curse energy and was about to punch her in the face until a sword, 3 swords stab into his body. One in his head, one in his chest, and the other one just stab him in the fucking leg. It's where, he falls backwards and of course just is dead. Headshot, someone said in the, behind them. This is where, they turn around and they see Junpei. Of course, Junpei has this black hair, but of course he's wearing a different type of clothes. This is where Mandeok says, what an interesting sight that I found. This is where all of them wind their eyes, and the girl with kind of like blackish hair and purplish eyes says, you're Junpei. Someone else said, mostly was a girl with blonde hair. This is where, they think if Junpei is here, then Mujin will be here. Mujin appears right in front of them, but of course running in high speed straight towards the other Jujutsu sorcerers. And this is where, Mujin doesn't hold back and says, recoilless kick. He kicks most of them into the wall. Of course, one of them tried to hit him. Of course, he does a backflip, dodges the attack, and fucking kicks him in the face. Kicks one of the Jujutsu sorcerers in the face. Grabbing its weapon, of course, is a sword and all that, pulling it away and slash someone's head off. This is where, Mujin is right now, his body is pretty good and all that. His wounds won't reopen unless he overworks the body, but yeah. But of course, where Mujin is dodging, of course, another attack. He uses his, left hand, because, he throws his, the sword out of his left hand, grabs it with his right, and uses his left hand that has the cross and says, divine holy disappearment, or mostly cross style, but yeah. He says divine holy cross annihilation. This is where he obliterates someone's head off by mostly putting a cross through its head, mostly the cross symbol and all that, and then cutting it off with the sword. Now, of course, the sword that Yuji kind of has is, a katana right now. It's right now flowing curse energy, and of course, he's using that curse energy to cut them down. This is where, he's easily killing half of these people. And of course, he jumps away from an attack from a big-ass Jujutsu sorcerer. This Jujutsu sorcerer seems to be like, 8 feet. And of course, he roars and says, so you must be that kid. Well, I should take you out. And then I'll be able to be paid such handsomely by, those beautiful ladies. This is where, he thinks about Yui and Naya, who are actually Junpei and Yuji's mother and all that. Of course, Yuji says, don't know what you're talking about, but I can do this. Yuji jumps backwards, and of course, Yuji says, Mujin original. This is where, he just stole what called Morishim's kind of original technique. Mujin original. This is where he says Majin Park original. This is where, well, something appears on Majin's leg, like this bluish color, right now going around his body, and of course this is where, well, a dragon head appear. Of course, the forged dragon body. This is where, well, Majin, he has this evilish grin just cracked through his face. This is where, well, he rushes at this person with high speed, smashes it upon this man's stomach, this like chest and all that. This person goes. He's right now in this just in terrifying pain. Right now he's launched up to the sky, and this is where Majin says, "Well, it's time for this." This is where he tries to activate his god power, knowing that damn well it won't work that much. But of course, it worked well. Even though he doesn't manage to activate his god power, he says, "Sacred treasure." This is where he pulls out something that was only seemed to be cut in half and all that, like a broken piece and all that. Of course, this is where he says, "Sacred treasure. Jade Emperor Blade." This is where, well, he then looks at the, what's it called? Mostly, well, it's called talking about, oh, I forgot what it's called. But Jade Emperor Blade. And of course, it where, well, when the person's kind of going back down to the ground, this is where, well, Majin kind of just like swings it up in the air. Just like a slash motion, like horizontal slash motion. And of course, this man is cut in an instant, just cut in half. Of course, this is where, well, he his two body parts just falls to beside what's called Majin. And of course, Majin does kind of put the, what's it called, sacred treasure away. But yeah. Of course, one of Majin's eyes will right now glowing in a cross, golden cross with red and all that. But of course, he just transformed back in black. Majin sighs, and of course, where Majin did overwork, well, one of his body parts, kind of his legs, and of course, it's kind of mangled up. But this is where, well, Majin starts kind of jumping with 1 feet and saying, "Well, I think I overdid it." This is where, well, Mandeok says, "You idiot. Can you not overwork your body half the damn time? You fucking moron." This is where, well, and Majin says, "Hey, whatever, I'll go see the doctors again." This is where, well, Mandeok says, "You idiot, you idiot, you idiot, you idiot." Of course, this is where, well, everyone is confused, but of course, this is where they're taken into mostly a hidden room underneath the warehouse. Of course, that door is kind of right now, mostly the bodies, and the door is kind of fixed by the soldiers, but yeah. This is where, oh, all of them are confused. They're all in a kind of separate rooms, but of course, where Mandeok, well, not a separate room, mostly all together in a room and all that. They're pretty spacious. Mandeok kind of like sits down, and of course, this is where he starts talking to all of them. Starts kind of getting information and what the fuck they tried to do. The blonde hair and her kind of sister, well, the blonde hair is named Yang and her sister is named Ruby. They tried to leave the country to go to another place and all that, but of course they were actually found out by the Juju sorcerers and were on the move to actually stay in Japan. But yeah, of course they couldn't really leave. That's where Mandeok says, "Great, that's annoying. So can't leave the country, is that good? He then talks to the girl with kind of blackish hair and purple eyes and freckles, and her sister and all that. And this is where, well, they said that they were trying to hide in a different place, like a different warehouse, but they didn't know that Jujutsu sorcerers kind of uses some warehouses. So of course they had to like run out of there and try to fight back. But yeah, of course they couldn't really kill all of them, and of course this is where they managed to escape. But yeah, this is where, well, Mandeok says, "Great." That's what, well, Mandeok says, "Great. What a great, interesting thing." Well, that screws you over. This is what, well, the girl with kind of like blackish hair and one red highlight hair and all that, and her sister with blackish hair that's pretty long all the way down to her waist, kind of just said that they were just going to start normal in school and all that. And yeah, that didn't really work. And Dick says, great. He then looks at, well, the last two who don't really have sisters and all that. Well, kind of last two, I think last three and all that. And of course, it's a girl with kind of bluish hair, The other one has reddish hair. And the last one, wait a minute. The last one, I'm gonna just say had purple hair. And of course, well, they kind of just switch up and kind of like, brush their hair towards their back and all that. And this is where, well, the blue hair is named SF, and she said, yeah, I didn't really know what to do, so I just tried to live out normally. That didn't really work. Just as a sorcerer man to find me. The red haired girl says, I tried to whisper. Mandeok didn't hear it, but of course he didn't care that much. And the purple haired girl just says that she just, yeah, tried to do the same as just living normally. That didn't really work. In a different place. It's a work. Well, what's it called? Mandeok says, great. You people really suck at trying to. When I say get off the face of the fucking world, I mean legit go hide somewhere. Like you could have, legally not, what's it called? Well, decide to, get out of the country. Even if it's illegal ways. Doesn't matter, Mandeok says. This is where, They asked him and where's his place is and what the hell is it. Mandeok doesn't actually explain this much things. He just explains that this place is somewhere that, well, it's kind of funded by the government. And they kind of work with the government. Meaning that they can easily get off the face of the whole fucking world because, well, the government would just hide their secrets. This is where, well, they're shocked to even hear this, but yeah. This is where, well, Mujin gets into the room, and of course, where Mujin says, so, what the hell is happening? Well, these idiots didn't really know how to get off the face of the world. Mujin laughs and says, that's sad. And so, well, they all look at him and right now glaring at him, but yeah. And so, Mujin says, whatever. I'm gonna go lay down on the couch. Yeah, you do that, you fucker. I'll try to figure out what to do with all of them. You know, I don't really know what you can do with them, but I'm just gonna go to sleep. This is where, well, Mujin kind of lays down on the couch and all that. Of course, having his leg with bandages and all that. But of course, this is where he starts falling asleep. Just grab one of the pillows from the couch and all that. Puts one on his back. Mostly his back head. And of course, uses the other one. You just kind of sleep on it. But yeah, or mostly on him. But yeah, like a blanket and all that. And of course, he's just sleeping. Because there is a couch in that room. It's mostly the cafeteria somewhat room. But yeah. Or lunchroom, I can say. Or not lunchroom, it's mostly like a office room, but yeah, it's pretty spacious, but yeah. Mujin's right now sleeping, and of course, well, man, they're saying, what to do with you, what to do with you, what to do. God. What? This is what, well, Mandeok says, what the fuck to do? Damn it. Why is it that I have to deal with so much shit? What to do? This is where, well, Mandeok doesn't actually know what to do, and neither does what's it called, well, half the others. This is where, well, then they have a question, mostly what's it called. A blonde-haired girl kind of says, so wait, can we just not just stay here with you guys? Mandeok says, probably. I don't actually know how many rooms are here. Usually the soldiers doesn't really use the rooms. Well, but Mandeok says, actually, there is rooms all the way down to, I think, floor 5. Imagine, you're still awake? Oh, wow. What is floor 5 do you have? Is there still rooms down there? Yeah, there's mine, and there's actually a couple others. I think there was like 6, 7, I don't know how many there were. Well, you can hear that first. There's like 7 or something. The girls who are the same age as, well, Mujin can go sleep down there. The girls who are kind of older can go sleep with their sisters. Or go on floor 4, because floor 4 is the same room that mine is at. Of course, I think there's only supposed to be like 5 rooms on floor 4. I don't remember how many. But yeah. You pick whatever, I don't really care. I think floor 5 is a smaller room, so I don't think I can sleep with your sister even if you try. Floor 4 would definitely mean you for 2 people. But I sleep by myself because I don't want to deal with Marsha's bullshit. Mujin yawns and says, "Man, can I just go to sleep already?" "You can go to sleep in your room. Why the hell are you here?" "Because I needed to talk to you, fucker." Mujin cracks one of his eyes, and of course is where Mandeok says, "Okay, then speak. What the hell do you want?" "You do know what weapon I was using, right?" "Oh, we're talking about that." "Well, you girls can, like, decide to go. This is where, well, the girl with kind of, like, what's it called, reddish hair says, but we don't actually know how to get down there." This is where Mandeok says, "Fuck, you're right. Fine, just tell me." This is where he pulls out his paper and says, "Here, just write in who you want to be bunkmates. If you go on floor 4 to floor 5, you can only be by yourself. So just kind of write this there." This is where he kind of puts floor 4 and floor 5 on the piece of paper. And yeah, this is where, well, he passes the board towards him. And this is where he just waits until they finish. This is where, well, Margin's still asleep. And of course, well, he's like, but yeah, he's just falling asleep. This is where, well, man, okay, so Mandeok does get like the kind of like papers back. Of course, well, in 2 rooms that are right now occupied was, well, Mandeok and what's it called, Margin on floor 5 and floor 4, but yeah. Mostly floor 5 contains a Margin down there, and Mandeok on floor, what's it called, 4, but yeah. This is where, well, he then reads upon the paper. Of course, he's that 2 people actually does like, well, not share a room, only on floor 4, they kind of just separate, but yeah. And notice one thing. One of them is actually sharing a room with him, and he says, what? No. He looks at the girl with kind of blackish hair and purple eyes, and looks at her really fucking confused. This is where, oh, man, like says, your name is, your name is Makoro. Why the hell you pick your, well, I mean, put your name next to mine. This is where, well, Makoro says, no, don't think of it like that wrong. I just need to talk to you and all that. So I thought it would be a good idea to kind of put my name next to yours. This is where Mandeok says, you do realize that we share one room together. Of course, there's bathrooms and other things, and of course, this is where Majin kind of like talks from his sleep. Going, he sleeps kind of, well, no clothes on. This is where Makoro's face just becomes red, and this is where, well, Mandeok says, shut the fuck up, Majin. How the hell do you know that? Bro, you take forever to change in your room. Bro, just come out when you just have pajamas. It's not that hard when I talk to you. This is where, well, Mandeok says, shut up. It's just my way to sleep normally. Bro, who the hell sleeps without no clothes? Calm the fuck down. This is where, well, Mandeok says, shut up. Makoro, can you please just pick another room? Besides, there's one extra room, or you can go share with the other 2. This is where one of them says, nah, I'm good. This is where, well, Yang says, I'll be okay with my sister, but I want my sister to just have her own room without annoying me half the time. This is where, well, Ruby says, Yang! Yeah, I'm good. This is where, well, Ruby goes, This is where, well, he does list out the kind of people that are kind of sharing room 5, and of course, like, well, room 5 floor and all that. This is where, well, he then says that room 5 usually contains a gym or a training spot mostly at the bottom of the floor. So yeah, I'm guessing that's why Majin usually picks that place, because he's all the way at the, like, furthest from each of the other rooms. And of course, the reason why he does that is just because he wants to get to the gym, training spot to just train. So yeah, that's where all of them nodded. That's where, oh, they didn't know about that part, but they just wanted to kind of go to sleep. But yeah, because there's some of them just tired. It's a well, Mandeok says, but yeah, I will assign your rooms. I'll also put a paper or whatever. I'll just ask one of the scientists to do that. But yeah, don't bother the scientists. Don't bother the soldiers, and don't bother people who are just transferring some stuff. So yeah, um, other than that, you can all leave, right? This is where they say we don't know how to go from bottom to up. Mandeok says, fuck, fine, follow me. Mujin, wake up. This is where Mujin says, ow, my fucking leg. Why the hell did you kick it? Because it's the only way to wake you up. They both glare at each other with this angry looks. It's alright, well, Mujin says, fine. Follow me, who's ever going to floor 5. Some people follow him, and of course, well, Mujin is kind of falling asleep saying, he's right now trying to fall asleep, but yeah, even if he's walking forward. Yeah, so well, someone grabs him from the arm, and mostly it was a girl with bluish hair, and says, you know you shouldn't be falling asleep. And you know, you still have, I don't know, a broken leg, I say. So why the hell did he volunteer you to go? Yeah, I don't fucking know. He probably hates me for going to sleep in his office. Fuck it. It doesn't work. Well, he goes to an elevator, of course he clicks the number 5, and of course they go down. That's where Mandeok does the same, click on 4, because they're separate elevators, and of course they just work differently, but yeah. This is where, of course, this is where they go down, and of course where Mujin says, so your rooms are those. Just click which one is ever you want. Of course, make the secret passcode or whatever. I'm going to my room. This is where, well, Mujin starts just jumping with one leg. Of course, well, he says, damn it. That's where the blue-haired girl decides to grab his arm again and just bring him to his room. This is where, well, Mujin says, thank you, but you can leave. This is where the girl just huffs and says, I'm not going to be looking at your passcode. I'm not going to try to go into your room. This is where Mujin says, yeah, but I'm good, okay? That's where, well, the girl named SF says, fine. She goes off to go to get her own room, but yeah. This is where Mujin clicks on the numbers real fast. Of course, fucks up, and this is where he turns around and sees SF kind of looking at him with his corner, her corner of her eye. This is where Mujin says, and you say I wish you weren't gonna look. Screw that, I don't believe half of these people. He then clicks on the number right, and of course he then leaves into his room. This is where he sees his bed, and he just jumps on it and goes to sleep in an instant, but yeah. This is where the door, like, closes, but yeah. This is where we go into the next day, and of course, this is where all of them are waking up. Mujin is right now training in the training room. Of course, his leg is not fully healed, and of course, he's just destroying robots left and right. Destroying them with either his cross ability, his spear ability, or even just using his fucking legs and feet, or mostly what's called legs and hands, but yeah. But of course, I'm gonna leave it off here for kind of part 3 of this what if. Other than that, yeah. So have a nice potato day, potato night, potato day, potato, and good night. Bye. But yeah.